morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Morning Coffee. I hope you guys have your coffee locked and loaded because we have some very important, very interesting news to talk about, and specifically, I'm excited to tell you or to show you one thing because I think I can tell you exactly when NFT season happens, when the prices and at which part of the cycle the prices of the Veve collectibles should go up, at which part of the cycle stuff from the Veve app should be rallying. If you're watching this video as a video after the live stream, then check out the description for the timestamps. See if the chapters are already enabled to find your favorite topics and everything right after the video, right after the intro. So, good morning. I have my coffee here. Taking a sip, excited to do this stream with you guys. It's the freaking Friday. It's the almost weekend. So, for most of us at least. For some people it's still Thursday, I think. But Friday is then coming relatively soon. And yeah, guys, make sure to keep one thing in mind. I'm not a financial advisor. So everything that I say here, if it creates FOMO, please still make your own analysis. Do your own decisions. Because this is only entertainment and so on, you know the drill. Also, I thank you all for liking right now. Thanks for the like, because that's important for a stream. And I want to thank my rare hodlers, my Patreons, my channel members that you see here on the screen for always supporting me here on my journey, supporting me here with a little monthly fee. Fee is just such a bad word. Like a little contribution to my stream that they are willing to give, and I thank them so much for it. But anyways, 7 people already here. Mr. Planet Profit is here, woo! And we have Dr. Knut from Heidelberg, GM. Good morning. So let's jump right in, and keep in mind I have something. I'm at least really excited about this because I think no stream is showing you this. But let's start with the latest news first. So let's go into the screen, and this is why Fed Chair Powell is going to raise interest rates, right? U.S. weekly jobless claims post biggest drop in 20 months as the economy shows stamina, and that's what Jerome Powell wanted to see before they continue rate hiking. So the jobless claims in the US, why are we watching the US? Because it's still the most relevant economy to watch. Everyone is watching the US development to derive the rest of the world. So jobless claims dropped by 26,000 and continuing claims by 19,000. So but the GDP growth is also revised from 2 to 1.3%. So really, what the Fed wanted to have before they can continue rate hikes is exactly that. We are not going too deep into these articles, but you keep that in mind that they could do rate hikes, even back-to-back rate hikes, as Fed Chair Powell said yesterday, which caused a little bit of a sell-off in the market. So keep in mind that this could lead to corrections, but it's still out. There's still room to pump, as we will see in a second. Next one is the Federal Reserve thinks catastrophe is coming for US businesses. So that is also ahead. We need to be aware of this. And this is researchers at US Central Bank. And they are saying the share of non-financial firms in financial distress has reached a level that is higher than during the most previous tightening episodes since the 1970s. So what they are saying is that for businesses, the current crisis is worse than subprime and then the dot-com bubble. So the full extent of the damage remains to be seen, but as of now, the central bank's authors said about 37% of firms are in trouble, and that's a lot. That's a lot. That is more than a third of companies could default. More than a third of companies could default in the coming months, thanks to tightening monetary policy. And and if what I said in the first article is true, that the job market right now implies for the Fed to tighten more, then they might accelerate this process. So this is an argument against continuing rate hikes. 37% in trouble, and the labor market is an argument in favor. But so I think that is interesting news, although not the best news, but I think we should know about it. So then this, just as a headline, nothing too deep. UK crypto bill reaches final stage on track for passage. The legislation now waits on King Charles' table. So the king will, you have to imagine this. I think they should actually, we all should use this more like headlines, right? King Charles signs off on crypto or something like that. The king of crypto. Final step required for parliamentary bill to become law. So this bill is basically just doing that, that it brings cryptocurrencies under the same rules applied to traditional assets in a set to pass into law in the United Kingdom, and it is according to everything that we have seen in Europe, not as harsh as what the SEC is doing in the US. In fact, it gives regulation. Regulation then gives companies, institutions, and everyone else clarity. So this is what Big Ben here is doing. So now they're waiting for the king to sign off. So that is, and I think it's more good news than bad news. What's also good news is whenever I look at charts like this, so this is another view on the, by the way, the 420 people will like this, right? That these bear markets last, or these pre-bear market rallies last for 20 days. And then this one, I don't know why they are estimating that it lasts 400. Oh, it's from the breakout. So we came a little bit early back to from the bear market bottom, it seems. So it will take 450 days until the halving, and you see that the crashes are a little bit lower in percentage, but we are already out. So as I said before in the streams, this could be our final accumulation phase, right? This could be where we do not have much time left to accumulate. So you see bear market over, bottom formation done, halving incoming. Now we can talk for 450 more morning streams until we have the halving, and we will see what is going to happen, but probably we are going to see another Bitcoin rally before we fizzle out here. Yeah, the 420 bears. And then when the halving is happening, you have that big rally that no one can imagine that it happens, because you see here in every of these phases, like, people were like, "Meh, I don't know," and then boom, just went on and on and on, and then for massive episodes. And then also this one here, Wyckoff accumulation, also been discussed a lot on this channel. Bitcoin completed the Wyckoff accumulation phase with low volume sell-off and then bouncing back, showing SOS, signs of strength, not emergency. Bitcoin jumped the creek 2 weeks ago and staying in the high position, which is here. Bitcoin has entered markup phase, bringing to all-time high. So jump the creek is here. Low volume, failed sell-off was the absolute bottom. The selling climax already over after FTX collapse. So it doesn't have to look exactly like this, but we have also seen a massive pattern like this on the Ecomi token. I think it's also interesting. So this one, now this, if this Wyckoff accumulation was cracked, right, we would. So he's estimating a 200,000 $200,000 markup phase, or going into the buying climax here. So yeah, there are different targets, and probably everyone will be wrong, including me. Then I think this is something that I wanted to quickly read to you, because some people are worried about the massive amounts of Bitcoin that Michael Saylor has. So concerns about how much Bitcoin Michael Saylor owns are silly. First, the guy is clearly not voluntarily selling anytime soon, which is not an argument in my opinion, because he can involuntarily sell because he gets margin called or so. No individual controls more of the network than anyone else, no matter how much they own. This is true, and this is a valid argument. We likely will see larger positions from nation states in the future, which is a bullish statement here. So yeah, Mr. K, good morning. What is going on? Good to have you here on the stream. By the way, 10 people here. Smash up the like button. I won't forget to ask for it, because it helps the stream so much. Last chart from the outside, another view on the cup and handle. Now here saying cup and handle done, breakout done, retest in action. So this is on a weekly chart. So the weekly cup and handle breakout, and then a target of roughly 50,000. As we said before, also this is our target here on the somewhere testing the next high. Now let's get to something that I bet people are not showing to you in other streams. And I think I will just have to move a little bit to the side so that we can see the full extent of this chart. Where can I... Is that... No, that's not good, but like this it should be fine. Okay, so this is Google Trends. And this is the Bitcoin trend worldwide. So this is in German, but I will translate for you. Worldwide in the last 5 years. And how the search volume in relation, so this is like a logarithmic chart for the search volume, right? In relation to everything else, it gets a score, right? And the highest point is a 100. So, and we see, I cannot get to the highest point, but oh, there we go. So the highest point in search volume for Bitcoin was on the 22nd of May. And I will come to that question, Crazy Dan. And then that was our absolute climax, and we will see in the chart where this exactly is, right? So, and since then we have been fizzling out completely. And we see here also, this is our other bull run top, down here, I believe, we will see, with the 34. So this is our massive bull run with double tops, January 21 and May 21. So let's see. That's where the search volume was the highest. So now actually it's here. May 21 and January 21 are it's the massive bull run phase, and then again here with another peak. This whole thing is the highest interest in Bitcoin in search terms of that cycle, right? So, and from then we lost interest, and also the prices went down. Now let's see this Bitcoin on a 17. That was just right now. Interest is so low, even though prices are coming back. Interest has been in May, when we were already out of the bottom for 5 months, for 6 months almost. It was at a 17. And here we see Bitcoin interest has been on a 17. It has been right in October 2020, right? So that was in October 2020. That was here. right before this massive pump, right? So so search volume after we are still expecting this, so a very low interest range, right? But it was really low right until this turnaround, right until this massive pump. Good morning, Felipe, and also good morning, Moni Lee. What's going on? I hope you have your coffee if you're that sleepy. So now let's come to what I think is going on here. So Google search volume will also imply. Now we are at a 2021, right? But Google search volume will imply when the bull run is the massive run is coming on. But now let's add one layer to it, and that is NFT. I did this yesterday, and I was really surprised. Look at that. So when we consider the NFT run, this was the spike of NFT craze. So NFT search volume spiked here at 30. Yeah, exactly. Walrus King is saying it. Keep stacking those SR comics, bro, while we still can. Not financial advice, but that's what we are going to do. Energy is also doing that, I know. And so look at this. This was on the 23rd to 29th January in 22, which from what I recall was exactly this one where the massive run in Veve happened, right? So but this is the overall NFT search volume. So it correlates directly, and then so from April here we were heading into our NFT bear market. But you see the NFT run up or the NFT interest only started after the top. So if you see it, keep in mind, January 22, where were we in January 22 with our Bitcoin price? Here, we have already fallen into the bear market. We have already collapsed. So you know that probably if history repeats itself, exactly this rule will be true. Bitcoin comes out of the halving, this pre-halving will be over, starts rallying, puts in a top, will come up for a relief rally almost to the top. In this case, we overshot because of inflation. But if you discount inflation, this is a lower high, right? Then we collapse. Bear market is officially on, but there were still people doubting the bear market. And that is where we are going to have our NFT bull run. And I bet if we put something like, I don't know, let's put something like Cardano. Maybe we can find, I didn't test this before. Yeah, but okay. So it's not really hard visible, but I was hoping that we see a little bit about the altcoins. Maybe we can put the search on altcoins. Should be after the Bitcoin craze, but before the NFT craze, right? So maybe we can put it with altcoins. I don't know if anyone is searching though. These are search terms, right? Yeah, no one's searching for the term altcoins apparently. So I don't know which one is the flagship altcoin that has pumped the most. Maybe Solana, and in that craze. Is that a good indicator? I don't know. All of these altcoin search terms are very low, but you see the spike is actually the spike is here, exactly where I would expect it. Yeah, so what I want to tell you with this is we have usually this cycle of Bitcoin pumping first, then it moves sideways, and the first profits are trickling into other things. And I know these are search terms, but you see here first profits into NFTs and then trickling back. Then the next thing that is rallying is altcoins, big caps. then mid caps, then small caps, and then we have the NFT Bullrun. And I expect it actually to repeat exactly like this. So keep that in mind, that when you have the Bitcoin top, then you are still almost a year out, or you're still, at least last time we were almost a year out for the Bitcoin craze. Bitcoin Cash is now rallying to because of the EDX exchange, but we can look for Bitcoin Cash. Yeah, maybe we go with this. Yeah, no, also you see in relation is almost, because the problem is that it's one single coin and the other ones are asset classes that you can search for in term of, like, they are so big that the other chart is going away. But it was a good idea, Moni. Coming to that, look at this Bitcoin Cash on the day. Compound is a first cycle token, so altcoins actually are getting are having a good day at the moment. So this is what is happening in the market right now. I will get my face out of the way here for you guys for this one. Look at this. So we have discussed in the last live streams why. So Bitcoin Cash is rallying because the Charles Schwab EDX exchange, so of these big players, has listed Bitcoin Cash together with, I think, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and one other that I don't remember of these older things. FTT is rallying because they are reviving the FTX exchange. Compound is rallying because something is going on with DeFi. You see it also here with Aave. Solana is rallying because of liquid staking. They have been included somewhere on the liquid staking. Yeah, Dogecoin is actually a possibility that we can look for because it's a meme coin. Yeah, there we go. Dogecoin is actually a good example. But actually not for all altcoins, because meme coins, keep in mind, meme coins have pumped before the altcoin season, so a little bit before. But you see here, Bitcoin topped out here, then we had another big spike in search volume, and then also the altcoins here, the meme coins and then the altcoins. But it gives a good example, I think, for how the cycle works. So yeah, thanks for that one, Johnny Quest. Yeah. There you go. Now you see it. Yeah, so I think this is a really good roadmap, really good blueprint for how the market could move in the next run. And this is why I'm not stressed. I'm looking at how Bitcoin is doing, and from then I will decide the other steps. I've learned. Last bull run, I didn't know anything. So I think that is the most important thing that you have to keep in mind. Even if you are sitting on a loss right now and you have been starting in the last bull run or somewhere in the last bull run, there are things you just learned right now, and the money you invested is money investment in yourself to learn, because you can only learn when you are in the meta, when you are really in it. No one can learn just from a textbook. You have to be doing, which is it's absolutely crazy that our educational system, at least in Germany and Europe, works just from theory books, and then after 12 years of theory, or I don't know how long, you go into a job and you really start doing a thing. But before that, you're only theorizing. And I have seen so many times, I have started with stocks, and the only thing that my knowledge about stocks evolved was when I bought my first stock. So all this playing around with fake money didn't do me a favor. Even if let's say you put $100 in and you lose a part of it, you are learning crazily. Your learning curve is going crazy during that time. But anyways, we were at the mark. So the weekly, we see on the weekly that these are the kings right now. I honestly think it's stupid. I think it's stupid, but I think it's trader driven, And I personally, I am not in Bitcoin Cash, I'm not in FTT, I'm not in Compound. So I think there will be a time where other coins that we are in look like this. So yeah, let's get to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has some recent development here from yesterday to today. So Bitcoin is attempting another breakout. We see we sliced back one more time, and I told you these resistance zones get weaker and weaker and weaker. This is the fourth, if not the fifth attempt on this structure, on this overhead resistance, on this resistance which we were trying here to fulfill our cup and handle pattern, and to put in and to come into our target of somewhere here 48,000. So actually I think I can put in somewhere here, I can put in a price label. So let's put that in here at our target, because we want to remember on the stream that we have a target here from this zone because of this cup and handle pattern, right? So if you would take the cup and handle here range, if you take the cup and handle range and then you go on actually this breakout here down here, if we only take this as a handle, it would overshoot it. But since this is our next big resistance zone, I will leave the 47,000 being reasonable here for this breakout. What do you guys think? Possible or delusional? Because I think once this is broken, and it attempts so hard to break this right now, and I think in the next week, maybe even now on the weekend, we could at least break out and retest, and then move ourselves up here, get a top out somewhere like a longer consolidation, and then off to the races in the next year. Something like this structure could be happening for Bitcoin. So that's the target. I am, to be fully transparent with my Bitcoin, I am right now more or less even with the whole DCAing and so on. I am at 0%. So the next percent that is going up, I will be in profit. But I will continue buying, because I think that there is way more coming for Bitcoin. So smash up the like button if you like that. Also, DXY. DXY has not been favorable for Bitcoin, and still Bitcoin is clinging on to that level, and still Bitcoin is trying to break above. So we see here the DXY has been, what we hoped would not happen, has been taking a relief rally here because of Jerome Powell basically telling that he's strengthening the dollar. So the DXY, for everyone who doesn't know it, once again, small definition, is the dollar measured against other currencies in the world, against a basket of other currencies in the world. And whenever the dollar is collapsing, risk on assets tend to rally. So tech stocks, Bitcoin, and all that stuff tends to rally once this is going down. So we have seen that here, we have seen that here, and now the big question is, can actually turn red just right now. But we, now it's green again. Why did I say anything? But now we are hoping for a dump, and that would then bring us into the pump that we need for Bitcoin. So that's why we are closely monitoring this, because it's one of the most important indicators for us, the dollar value, to see how it's going. And we see we have topped out here right when at our Bitcoin bottom, just so you know this. So actually we have, after the collapse, we have found our Bitcoin bottom. Our Bitcoin bottom was here. This is the Bitcoin bottom. So when we have the collapse, money is flowing into the other things, into the other risk on assets. So that is what we are hoping for, to see another collapse like this. Right now we are starting to form an uptrend here, which I don't like at all. But it is what it is. Bitcoin dominance. There are people out there that believe that Bitcoin dominance is not going much higher than this, and I think it will go higher. I think that we are at 52%, or we have hit 52%, and if we are falling here, we will see a small altcoin season. So be prepared for that. That said, let's look at the altcoins and what is happening in that space, and we see that our retest here. So yesterday we said that we had a bearish retest for the altcoin space. What you're seeing here is the entire altcoin space market cap without Ethereum and Bitcoin. So that's the entire altcoin market. So we had falling through. We have bearishly retested this, but now we are coming back up to test it once again. So if Bitcoin dominance was to collapse, if money was really flowing, if Bitcoin keeps on this side and just going sideways under this level, we could actually see altcoins rarely break this, test this, and go for a little altcoin season here. So that could happen. As for Ecomi, actually also Ecomi is reacting right now exactly towards this. Apparently the structure that I drew in for a test is working out quite well. We see the last 2 days have been pumping above and then closing below. And now we will see for Ecomi if Ecomi can break out of this, at least of this trend line, right? So I've drawn in this wedge. Sorry for that. Drawn in this wedge here, which I'm still seeing if this is really something. But you see that like it works quite well if we zoom out a little bit, like this wedge. And now the question is, will Ecomi stay in this wedge and come lower, or are we on the verge of a turnaround here? So if we were to break this and pump up in above this level, I might be considering that Ecomi has actually turned around. So this for the Ecomi token. So we will be observing also this, because honestly, if it really shows that Ecomi is turning around here, then I might be allocating more money to it. But with that, let's come to the Ecomi Veve part, NFTs in general, let's say. First of all, I have seen this. Vodafone partners with Cardano to launch NFT chain. So this is one of the world-leading companies in telecommunication. It's Vodafone Germany, who is going to launch this NFT collection on Cardano blockchain, according to NFT infrastructure provider NMKR, which will facilitate the minting process. So NFT is not dead, right? In fact, companies are trying what they can do with NFTs. So that is good to see. Then I saw this. It was also on my browser. Swarovski crystal stuff is coming or is out for Marvel. So Marvel has partnered with Swarovski, and we know we have Marvel on Veve, and Veve is going with Marvel to these collector trade shows. And these thingies here, they are actually worth like $500, $600. Well, Marcus Zim is saying, is possible to say more numbers? I don't know what you mean. Can you clarify? Anyways, so what I would like, and this, say more numbers in the charts, like you mean targets. So here's the thing. I don't see much value in doing Fibonacci retracements and pulling targets out of my ass and stuff like that, right? like many channels have been done or have been doing, because I saw that in the last bull run, there are so many targets. Bitcoin 150,000. Nothing of that came true. It was purely based on Fibonacci retracements, on measured moves, and I don't know what. So whenever there is a clear pattern where there's a measured move, like the cup and handle pattern, for example, where we have a target, then yes. Otherwise, for example, for Ecomi, I cannot tell you numbers because I don't know. And I honestly, I don't see any numbers there, and I don't want to do misleading content in that sense. So if I see something that is very clear to me, then I put out numbers. But just speculating on, hey, if Omi breaks this pattern, then it goes back to 00, I don't know what. Sure, I could do that, but so far nothing happened. If we see a breakout, maybe then we can talk about where it's going to go. But unless that happens, I'm not confident to do that. Anyways, what I wanted to say here is Marvel and Swarovski. So there is an opportunity now that this is happening for Veve to ask Marvel if they can establish contact to Swarovski and bring out Phygital, for example, right? Why not doing Phygital for something so high class? It would be Phygital coming with a premium NFT on the app. So let's say if you buy the statue, you could have somewhat like a redeem code also to get a crystal Marvel NFT or so for your showroom. I think that could be something that where Veve has an opportunity. I'm not saying that this is happening in any way, because there's no indicator that implies this to us, right? But I think it would be a great chance. Thank you for the honesty, PH. You're right. No need to pull numbers out of nowhere. Better to stay real and look at the facts. Yeah, the downside of this is that I cannot do like the clickbait title with the Bitcoin is going to 500,000. But I think it's okay. I think once sentiment comes back and so on, you guys will see. You are the early adopters of this channel. And we are just continue to report on this, and doing that with 12 to 20 people is absolutely fine, because it's fun. We have our very high quality interaction here, and and I think with all the charts that we are looking at, we can be honest, and I think it is good for if content creators are honest with what they know and don't know, right? And at this point, it's just unclear what is going to happen. We don't know, that's for a fact, but we see some things like the cycle, how it's playing out, where we are very confident that it's going to play out. For example, there are still bears out there that are saying that the bottom is not in, that we are going to hit that and that barrier, and that we continue based on. So they are going in the chart and they're looking at, for example, RSI, and then they're like, oh, here in the chart there is a hidden bearish divergence, and because of that we are going to 3,000 Bitcoin, right? So that is what is happening. Felipe says, will you take part on the drop today? I think so, because from what I understand, here with this drop is that this is not a blind box drop, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, but what I understand is that this is, you're clicking on, with a waitlist, you are going on what, I try to load this here in the app, but it doesn't really. So what I think, what it seems to be is that you like go for example, the ultra rare here, and then in this ultra rare, you in the Nemo, you are clicking that you want to take part in the waitlist, and I think that I will do that. I will try to go for that Nemo. I think there will be some people going for the Platinum Woody. And I will also go for that door. But I think this Nemo looks really cute. I like that one. I will try to get it in the wait list. If I'm lucky, I have it. If not, not. What I definitely won't do is going for the Miguel. But I think you have to choose. So Marcus Sim is saying, no, I mean, I cannot always see the screen. Is possible to say the numbers? Where is the resistance? Okay. So I will do next time because we're already 40 minutes in stream. But I'm sorry about that. You're correct. Some people are just what I can tell you is this overhead resistance is sitting at that we are looking at. Is sitting at 31,066 to 30,100, somewhere there. So 31,100. And the target that we set is at 47,500, more or less, to 48K. That is what I'm saying. So yeah, now I got you. Okay, I will remember that for the next stream so that people actually can, even if they're not seeing the chart, can more or less imagine what we're talking about. That's a good call, Marcus. I like that. I will implement this feature into my stream. The door comes out 7th of July, and I think it is a blind box for the Miguel, Woody, and Nemo at once. But look, if I disagree because look at the drop, right? So usually when there was a blind box, it just doesn't load. This is so annoying. Okay, so usually when there is a blind box, I will hold this into. Let me go in full cam so I can show it to you here. Okay, so this is the drop screen. Usually the join waitlist for blind box is up there in the panel, but here, let me just scroll up so you see the ultra rares. They are all with prices here, like when you had to choose, and then when you go in it, you see you can join the waitlist here inside of the collectible that you chose. And that was not the same with the Veve logos. With the Veve logos, you had the join waitlist, and then you had all the rarities below. You didn't go into one rarity and then choose waitlist. So I believe that implies that you are joining the waitlist for this particular collectible. So yeah, and then the door, I will participate in the door, I think, because first of all, it's fun. Secondly, it's only 30 gems only. We have to keep in mind that that's $30. Philip says, okay, then I would also go for Nemo only. Yeah, obviously. I mean, the rest does. And maybe Woody makes sense for the guys, for the people that really want this collectible, that don't want to run the risk that it's going to go above retail in this secondary. So there will be people that are going in the waitlist for Woody, but the first appearance is already out, right? So then again, why not go for a true first appearance with Nemo? And yeah, the only thing that I really don't care about this Miguel drop or Miguel collectible there. So yeah, that one looks good. This Nemo looks good. So yeah, good. Well. We want to see what also, and this could be interesting. And then stay tuned for another stream or video. I don't know what. But oh, actually, that's cool here. Look at this, the Hulk smashing the. That is actually a cool use of the collectible. Hulk just took a nap on that shed, yeah, or he smashed it. I don't know. But what I really wanted to do is see if there's anything else. A lot of people are posting their AR collectibles, which is good to see. And Veve is incentivizing. I think it's good to see. So welcome aboard. So there are new people apparently entering Veve as well. Not many, but a couple. Yesterday we have talked about that there is something coming for Veve. I will show this again. I just head to my profile here because I retweeted it. It's easier to find. By the way, I saw this yesterday. The Hit Monkey Ultra Rare. There are only 3 listed. So technically, if you would go with $400, you could just make Hitmonkey #1 go away from secondary market, the ultra rare version. You would actually cause here, it would be easy to cause here that one rarity of a specific comic is not available anymore. Yeah, I posted this yesterday because Veve was replying here to Captain Veve, and we discussed it yesterday, but it shows us what could come this weekend, maybe even today, because he asks if we are getting a community update, and they said 2 days ago this was, why settle for just an update? So we don't know what it is, what is coming, or if it's the typical Veve implying something and then not delivering, but I think we might get the community update plus whatever, like something rolled out, a big drop, maybe, I don't know what. But I don't think it will be something Ecomi related, but I think it will be something Veve related, some upgrade, a community update, whatsoever. So yeah, we will see. Yeah, but that is that. Do I have something else here? I don't think so. Okay, so yeah, we are excited with this drop. Obviously, I want to participate in that one today, and I will post on Twitter if I hit something, if I win something, and if something special is coming out, then we see each other very, very early here. But with that said, guys, make sure to smash up the like button here once more. Subscribe to the channel if you are not yet. Tick the little bell to always get notified when the stream starts or when other videos are coming out. I appreciate you all being here today. It was, let's say, there are some interesting things, interesting news, and I'm really excited to go with all of you into the next bull run, and until then we have a long journey for almost 1 year until the halving, and we will be here reporting. So thank you guys for joining today, and wherever you are on the world, have yourselves a great morning, evening, day, night, or afternoon, and I see you in the next live stream on Monday or some other live stream video, whatever is coming out for Veve. Stay tuned. There is more stuff coming out also for VeChain video for the ones that are interested in that. So guys, have a nice day, have a nice morning,